Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you thought you missed some uploads last week, that is because I missed some uploads last week. And basically I had one of my best friends from college. She passed away about a week and a half ago. Very, very, very unexpectedly. And, you know, I had to focus on other things and kind of, this was the last thing on my mind, to be honest. So I am back. I don't really want to get into it. And really, I just kind of, for my mental health, need to continue going on with my day-to-day, like normal activities, because I spend a lot of time dwelling, and I still, if I don't keep myself busy, I am finding myself just caught up in my thoughts. So I did want to go ahead and update you on our July budget. We have had quite a few things that we didn't budget for, but in this situation, it didn't matter. You know, the budget was the last thing on my mind, honestly. So right now I am going through the numbers for the first time just to kind of like see where I'm at for the month, and I just thought that now would be the time to begin uploads again. And yeah, the first thing I want to do real quick is I'm going to run through my bank statement and figure out all the stuff that has come out of my bank account. So if you have watched before, you're familiar with this page, but I'm going to go through and cross out the things that have come out of the account. And then I'm also going to write down our cash spending. We don't do cash spending right now, but what would be our cash spending envelopes. Like, I'm gonna write down everything that's come out of our bank account in those categories and add them up just to kind of see where we're at. If you hear a little baby, that's because Kai's right next to me here. I think he'll be okay for the video, but who knows? If you hear him crying, he's just right there. Okay, so I've gotten everything written down, and I've went ahead and crossed off the stuff that has already come out of the bank account. Those are like direct debited out or checks that I've written that have been cashed. Now, I wrote down everything that has come out of the account other than that stuff, and I just kind of put it in categories, and now I'm gonna add this up. The categories, like for miscellaneous stuff, because I don't have a miscellaneous category anymore, I just put under fun, because we use a lot of our fun money for things that weren't fun stuff. So that category is going to be all messed up, I think, because that's where I put the miscellaneous stuff that we didn't budget for. And then in our cash flow section, you'll see that it's a lot right now, but I'll kind of get to that when I talk about that section. Okay, I've gone through all the numbers and just added them up, and so if they're highlighted in green, that means we're under budget, and then if it's highlighted in red, that means we went over budget in that category. So with food and home, there's been like a couple Walmart trips for groceries, and then everything in between here was kind of while we were traveling, food items. I just wrote down the prices. I didn't write down all the places that we went. And then in the fun category, a few of these were birthday, wait, actually, that one's a birthday gift, so it should have been put over here, but it's fine. Let's see, this was actually a fun, we were hanging out with somebody, and then some of these things were like, we had to buy masks, we needed to buy swim diapers for the kids, and then Russell bought a new dress shirt because I don't know what happened to his old one, so we did go over quite a bit in that category. The dogs were under budget right now. We did get their food already. I will have to buy some like calming chews for Roscoe, so we'll probably get up to that amount. And then for the kids, Mara accidentally bought an app on Amazon on her tablet. Well, okay, I accidentally bought it, I guess. She clicked on it, and then I put a password in because I thought I had to like decline it, and then it ended up buying the app, so whatever. That goes in there. Little $50 fund. Right here is the cash flow section. This is like for things that come up month to month that we just budget for as they come. So this category was supposed to be for, we were going to go on a little vacation at the end of the month. Well, now we're not going to. So I kind of use this for when we traveled and stuff like that. And then there's a couple other things that had to happen this month, tags and registration for Russell's car or whatever it is, a dentist bill, and then a couple gifts. So if you see this travel, this was like hotel, and then we decided to get a rental car just to be like safe, so nothing, you know, in case anything were to happen to the vehicle, we would be able to just like call the rental company, they'd give us another vehicle, and we wouldn't be stuck down there with one of our vehicles. So we did go over quite a bit. We also used a debit card instead of a credit card, so they do put a $200 hold on the account until you return the car, and we returned it yesterday, so I guess they won't reimburse that until like today or tomorrow. So it was $980, but with a $200 reimburse fee or whatever, it'll be $780, and we budgeted $500 in this category. Well, then also my dad wasn't able to go to the service, and he kind of wanted to contribute in some way, and he really wanted us to also go ahead and take a rental car. So he went ahead and bought the rental car for us pretty much. So he did pay for that. So after adding this money back in, it would be $780 minus $225, and that would be what our total would be for the cash flow. So we're really only about, you know, $80 or $60 or so over what we budgeted in that category, even though we had a few really unexpected expenses there. And then gas, we went quite a bit over, mainly because we were traveling, and that was to be expected. We knew we'd go over on that, obviously, so we'll just try not to drive too much for the rest of the month so that we don't go over much more. And then Russell and I now, these are new spending categories for us. Rather than having a miscellaneous category, we're just doing $100 cash for each of us for the month, and we can spend it however we want to, or we can save it like wherever we want to for whatever we want. So it's basically my cash to do whatever I want to do with, and Russell's cash to do whatever he wants to do with. All right, so that's pretty much it for like updating our budget number wise, but kind of what I need to do now is just kind of sit down and see what I need to, you know, just what I need to do for the rest of the month. And pretty much things aren't open. Like if you go places, you have to wear the mask and that sort of thing. So we're not really planning on doing any like other spending, like when it comes to going out and doing things. Since we did just eat out a bunch last week because we were traveling, and then also it was just kind of a rough week, and I didn't want to make things, and so it was just easier to pick stuff up. So going forward, we're not planning on eating out for the rest of the month. If we do, we'll use our cash that we have for our spending. We'll use that instead of money out of the bank account. And we aren't going to go on that trip at the end of the month. We are going to go like probably to a swimming pool or something. I hope that these mid-month budget like updates help you to maybe check in with yourself and check in with your own budget to kind of see where you are in the middle of the month, just to make sure whether you're on track or off track, so you can kind of figure out where you need to either cut down or, okay, I spent a lot in this category because of whatever, I need to pull from another category and change my spending in that other category so that everything will equal out. I will update at the end of July about, you know, how the rest of July went, and then what our debt snowball will be for this month. I do want to know like what you want to see budget wise besides just overviews and mid-month check-ins and that sort of thing. Like, do you want to see the process I go through to make my budget? Because I do it in a budget planner, and I also do it on a Google Doc, and I do have my Google Doc. So just let me know what you want to see. If you want to see how I kind of do sinking funds, I don't really do cash sinking funds, but I have savings funds and that sort of deal. So let me know in the comments down below what you would like to see coming up budget-wise. Remember, my new upload schedule is Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. And I guess we will see you